Hello students, myself Amrita Srivastava and I am a faculty of US Academy and Institute, Gorakhpur. Today we will discuss our grammar portion here. We will take our first chapter, that is the sentence. This chapter is given for all the classes, that is 5th to 8th. So combinedly we will discuss here the sentence. First of all, we will discuss about what is a sentence. Let's start our chapter. The sentence. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words giving a complete thought. A sentence must contain a subject and a verb, although one may be implied. Students, when we speak or write, we use words. We generally use these words in group as little Johnny sat in a corner. So, students, a group of words like this which makes complete sense is called a sentence. A group of words which makes complete sense is called a sentence. For example, we can take here Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. What is your name? Be quiet. What a shame. And we will see here a moral definition of sentence. A sentence is a set of words that is complete in itself, typically containing a subject and a predicate, conveying a statement, question, exclamation, or command, and consisting of a main clause and sometimes one or more subordinate clauses. This definition is given by Oxford Dictionary. Next, we will discuss about the four kind of sentences. Let's discuss our four kind of sentences. First is declarative or statement sentences. This type of structure helps in making statements and starting basic information. You can also express an opinion using them. It is the most common type among four types of sentences and is prevalent in more academic writings and verbal speech. We also mention a period of time when ending this type of sentences. Examples: students failed to complete their essay on time. My wife loves eating cake in the morning. The developer needs now resources for completing a project. A statement that makes a statement or a sentence that makes a statement or assertion is called a declarative or statement or assertive sentence. Those which makes statement or assertion, as Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Next is exclamatory or exclamation sentences. We use an exclamatory type of express deep emotion and feelings. It can be either be disbelief or happiness, and it must be finished with an exclamation point. Rarely we need to use this type in formal and highly objective things. A sentence that expresses strong feeling is called an exclamatory sentence, such as what a shame, how cold the night is. Some more examples we can take. I got an A in my research paper. That movie was exciting. I can't believe how fast that car was moving. Next is imperative or command sentences. We use it when giving demand, command, or instruction. A period puts in the end, but in some cases, an exclamation mark might be used. This can either be negative or positive, depends on the message. So, students, those sentences which express commands, request, or entities such as be quiet, sit quietly, have mercy upon us, and many more. Some more example we can take: do not stop, never speak to me like that again, please leave your shoes outside. Next is interrogative or question sentences. This type of sentences are simple to understand as it helps in asking a question. We use a question mark at its end for framing our question. Choose words like why, what, when, where, do, or how. Let's take some examples. What time will you finish your work? What is an adverb? How often do you read this article? So, those statements which ask questions such as where do you live? What is your name? You will always get a question mark at the end of the sentence. So, these were our four kind of sentences: declarative or assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. Using the type of sentences in practice. And so, when we use declarative type in writing, provides direction and purpose for our content. Exclamatory sentence helps readers relate our emotion and feeling. And imperative sentence, when we want to issue instruction or command. And interrogative kind of sentences we use to ask question. Now read these examples given below and identify what are four type of sentences. Will the teacher be late? Answer is interrogative. He scored a goal. That is declarative. I completed my college application essay. Declarative. Read this book now. Imperative. The trip was exciting. Exclamatory. Who graduated at the top of a class? Interrogative. Shut the door. Imperative. What a cute dog. Exclamatory. Peanut is better than jam. Exclamatory. Declarative. And brush your teeth. That is imperative sentence. Next we will discuss about two parts of sentences, that is subject and predicate. So what is a subject and what is a predicate? Every sentence has a complete subject and a complete predicate. So what is the subject? The complete subject tells whom or what the sentence is about. For example, the house, the red car, or the great teacher. And what is a predicate? The complete predicate tells what the subject is or does. For example, the house is white, the red car is fast, or the great teacher likes students. Commonly we can see here the house is white, the car is blue, the teacher likes students. In other words, we must have a subject to speak about and we must say or predicate something about the subject. So, the part which names the person or thing we are speaking about, that is called the subject of the sentence, and the part which tells something about the subject, that is called predicate of the subject. The subject of a sentence usually comes first, but occasionally it is put after the predicate, as here comes the bus, sweet are the uses of adversity. And sometimes in imperative sentence the subject is left out. For example, sit down, thank you. Next thing about sentence is the phrase and the clause. What is a phrase and what is a clause? So students, next thing is phrase and clause. Sometimes you all get confused about what is phrase and what is clause and what is the difference between phrase and clause, because both are group of words and both are parts of a sentence. So let's see here what is a clause. Clause and phrase are two important terms in English grammar and especially in a sentence. Clause and phrase are parts of a sentence. What is a clause? A clause is a group of words that consist of a subject and a verb. Let's see one more time. A clause is a group of words that consist of a subject and a verb. That means if the group of words is a clause, you will always get a subject with a verb. For example, he laughed, the guest arrived. And the phrase is a group of words that does not consist of a subject and a verb. You will get a meaning but without subject and a verb. For example, on a table, under the tree, near the wall, on the roof, at the door. Both the clause and phrase may exist within a sentence. For instance, read the following example. He is sleeping on the bed. The first part of the sentence, he is sleeping, is a clause because it has a subject and a verb. On the other hand, the remaining parts of sentence, on the bed, is a phrase because it lacks both of the subject and the verb. Now read the following example. The underlined part of sentence is a phrase and non-underlined parts of each sentence is a clause. She is standing on the roof. She is standing is clause and on the roof is phrase. The cat is sleeping under the table. The cat is sleeping is clause and under the table is phrase. She is drawing a map on the wall. She is drawing a map is a clause and on the wall is a phrase. She is waiting at the door. She is waiting is clause and at the door is phrase. So students, that was all about your sentence. We have discussed about what is a sentence, all four kind of sentences and phrase and clause. One more time we will discuss about phrase and clause. Such a group of words which make sense but not complete sense is called a phrase. Such a group of words which make sense but not complete sense, that is called a phrase. In the east, on a wall, to my door. And such a group of words which forms parts of sentence and contains a subject and a predicate is called a clause. That means a group of words which gives you subject with a verb or predicate is called a clause. And next thing is composition of a sentence. So for composition, three basic things are necessary. First is subject, second is verb, and third is complement. Complements means object with time, place and reason. So students, that was all about your chapter sentence. We will discuss our next chapter in our next video. Till then, take care, friends.